Yo, welcome in everybody. If you are clicking on this video, that means you are watching the S2 tournaments. I'm Sick Plays DBD, the owner and host of S2 tournaments. I just quickly wanted to make this intro for anybody that is interested of being a staff member, if that's from casting, reffing, or being a moderator, or as a team captain, or somebody that's looking to start a team in competitive Dead by Daylight. S2 tournaments is the place for you. We're all about giving chances to people that are willing to learn and give new teams a chance to be able to play in our scrims that we also do stream on Twitch. For a link for our Discord, it's down in the description below, and any of our social medias, you can check our link tree. We're all about trying to inspire the world and change people's lives, and if you guys are interested in wanting to help out, even if you have no experience, as long as you're willing to learn, then you have a spot here. All you have to do is just fill out the staff application or sign your team up if you want to play. And I hope everybody enjoys yourself, and if you do like the videos, make sure to drop a follow and like on the video. It does help out with us in the algorithm. I do appreciate everybody, and I hope you guys have a great day. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are here today with our first game of the matchup, best of 3. We have Tecay versus Elysium. And we did have a little switch up. We do have Elysium killing first against Tecay survivors. Zeno will be starting off as Bubba in Dead Dog Saloon. Look at this perk setup. We have Blood Warden. That could really come in valuable too, especially if Zeno somehow is able to get value out of it. We have Force Hesitation. We know that Bubba, a killer that is really well known for protecting the hook and not allowing survivors to get any free exchange. Oh, he gets hit with the tantrum at the last second. Unfortunate for Zeno. It looked like that double back was going to work and get Raiden, but it doesn't quite happen, so we're going to be preventing the first down from happening just a little bit longer. Zeno pushing in towards the shack side. Sees, it looks like the Claudette, and somebody's on Hangman, sorry. It's going to be interesting. Let's see what the survivors are doing currently. Raiden is getting set up around the 8 area. We see Nancy at shack, and then Claudette looks like she's going to be taking chase at the top side of 5 and 6. Ooh, good reading there. Gonna have to be careful now because this is the same pallet that they were gonna get mind gamed at. Alright, Zeno doing a good job faking that, getting Claudette to stay around the area. Is she gonna be able to win this? Nice. She doesn't have much tiles to work with now after this. She's gonna have to be careful. We do have the window vault over by 5. Nope, Zeno not able to quite get that M1 off just yet. We're getting rid of a few pallets. And now Claudette has main to work with. The door hasn't been broken either, so... Okay, Zeno now has full charges. Another pallet's going to be gone, eating up all these pallets here, making it harder for the survivors to have anything to work with. What does Claudette have? All right, here we go. These spins, it's going to try to stop it. Oh, head on from Claudette. What a great play. Able to get a lot of value out of that. That was amazing. I was not expecting to see a head-on from the Claudette at all. 3 points on the board right now for Team Tecay. And the first down coming to finally Zeno able to get some pressure on the survivors. No force hesitation value, but we do see pain res. It's going to be putting 4 points on the board for Team Elysium. Very nice start so far from both sides. The head-on play was just fantastic. Okay, we are going to get kick on that generator up in main. Dead Dog Saloon is such a killer-sided map. Unless you're going against teams like this, then it can be 50-50. We see the Nancy. It looks like she might be getting set up for the on-hook, and she needs to be careful. Nope, no on-hook. We see scratch marks. Zeno's just looking over there, seeing if anybody's going to try to go for a quick on-hook, because he wants to pressure that. With this killer, you guys already know if he can get it down right when somebody goes for the on-hook with force hesitation, it's going to be a GG's. Let's check up on the survivors. We see Raiden about to pop a gen at 9, it looks to be. And does pop it. Second one. And then we have Sponge over here. It looks like 10 side. Getting close to popping 2. And now the survivor is close to hitting second stage. Decided just to break that pallet too. Just a few more seconds. That 10 seconds that they added in the last update, big difference in how these games are played. Those 10 seconds can be very big difference. And it looks like, okay, Claudette does get on hook. No, they don't get the on hook. But we see a third generator popping in the background. Okay, very nice. The second hook state did come in. Oh my goodness, Nancy getting caught off guard. I don't think it matters here, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter. They get the on hook, but still. Yeah, another 4 points on the board. Only 3 generators popping. No force hesitation value yet. Hasn't caught any survivors off guard with it. You do have to admit, though, that head-on play earlier was just phenomenal. Zeno's still looking around. Not going to let anybody get a free on hook. Okay, Raiden getting caught. Does he have balance landing? Or is it going to be another head-on play? No, it's not. Oh my goodness. You have to be careful. Oh, this could change. Okay, we see Claudette on a generator. Now Ace Sponge is going to have to get set up. That generator's a little bit over halfway. It looks like that Raiden's going to be rotating in. Well, crawling in, you could say. Oh, for the people coming in, that was actually really nice. Oh my goodness, he got some right in the area. Sponge has nowhere to go. And it's going to be a down. We should see the on-hook coming. We do. Maybe taking it right over there to that pain res hook. Another fresh hook for Zeno. The survivors are going to have to be careful because the pressure is starting to get built up. There's not many pallets left. I mean, on this side there is, but now Shaq's going to be gone, so it's going to make it that much weaker. We know who the head-on survivor is. Zeno trying to do something crazy there, but unfortunately he gets hit with a tantrum again. And it looks like Sponge was unhooked. That could have been a deliverance play. I don't know. I wasn't looking at his perk at that very moment, but we're just going to assume that it was. No, that was second win. Okay, that fourth generator popping. We see that fifth one getting close to being done too as well. Zeno just trying with the bubble mind games, but can't quite get it. Kicking the generator. Alright, 1 gen up, only 1 survivor is fully healed, which you really won't see an M1 unless obviously the survivor is injured. So Zeno does have that advantage if he finds a survivor, and it looks like it's going to be Raiden pushing out to a side that's very weak, where he was able to catch a lot of survivors off guard too. We have a breakable door, but Raiden just needs to vault it one more time. It's going to be blocked. Zeno knows this. And here we go. Give me 1 second. And the last generator does pop. Okay, let's see, guys. Blood Warden is still in the back pocket right now. This is going to be interesting. Is Zeno going to be able to get Blood Warden off, or is it going to be just a perk that wasn't used? Same with Force Hesitation. We didn't see no value coming out of it. Basically, they worked with 2 perks. Dude, imagine if he was able to get that. That would have been insane. All right, they need to be careful. We see somebody working on the board right there. Is it enough, though? What's Zeno going to do here? Nancy was injured. Do they for the people? Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? Let's see, guys. Okay, Blood Warden's active. Ace thinking he's gonna get out. He doesn't get out. Zeno actually getting value out of Blood Warden is insane. And we see the survivors trying to rotate in. Zeno can get this hook too as well, and then as if oh my goodness, guys, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place right now. We got second, okay. Sorry, I had to keep score on here as well. There's only one fresh hook survivor. Looks, and it appears to be Raiden. I mean, we did get some value out of Blood Warden. So wait, what are they gonna do here? It looks like Raiden's gonna be up top, right? No, Raiden's actually in the back, but he needs to be careful. Okay, so what's the play here? That's the question. What is the play? If he finds Raiden, it's gonna be big for Team Elysium. Oh my goodness. Raiden did get caught. He's gonna have to be careful. They cannot afford this. We should... Oh, wait a second. Did we just see somebody trying to get set up for a head-on play? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be bad if they don't play this right. If he's able to get Raiden down, and he will get Raiden down. Oh, yep, this is it. Alright, that will put the score to 32-19 in Elysium's favor. Now TK will be getting set up on the killer side of things and see if they're going to be able to put up a better result than that. Insane value for Blood Warden. Alrighty guys, here's the builds for today's games, and we will be setting up on our second game of the first set out of this best of 3. We will be right back in just a moment. Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting set up with the second game now in this first set with Raiden killing for Team TK against Elysium Survivors. And I do have a co-caster with me, Dr. Nightmare. How are we doing, and what's your predictions with this setup? You saw the Blood Warden play coming in last game. What's your thoughts?
That Blood Warden play was absolutely crazy. And I think the same as a lot of the viewers, it completely caught me off guard as well. Not something you see often at all. Very, very rare in the comp scene. But Zeno did really well to get a massive clutch, really. Clutched the whole game, got points on the board, and it really saved his team. Team Tecay doing really well in that first game. Really, really well. They made a very good display of themselves. It'd be interesting to see how they do in this one. It's starting off with the first chase rather quickly, so it'd be interesting to see if we can keep up the pressure and keep them off the gens as much as possible.
Yeah, so like last game, what I saw is that Zeno was able to get it down right next to main and hooked them right outside of that hook on main and just decided to sit upstairs and was able to camp out hooks back to back, getting second stages easily, and was able to apply a lot of pressure. And obviously with the Blood Warden play, it's going to be pretty hard for Raiden to make the same result, but a 4K at any reason, like even if all gens pop, would result in a W for Team TK. So it will be interesting how they're going to play that with no head in the back pocket, as well as if a survivor goes down by Shaq too, with agitation coming into play.
Yeah, there's definitely a few ways they can play this, and the good thing about Dead Dog is that main building can be really strong. Obviously, the way the gens are set up on this map, you can have very good coverage of multiple gens just by hanging around that main building. So it'll be interesting to see if Tecay here are going to opt for the same sort of play style for this game, or whether we're going to be seeking something completely different. But first down coming in really well there, and I guess now we'll see what the plan is for this.
Oh, and the pain res is going to get hit there too. What a nice play from Raiden. I didn't think that Pedro was going to bite for it, but that is a 50-50 pallet, and unfortunately he didn't win that 50-50. And Zeno being injured, Raiden almost got the M1 but couldn't quite get it. He really wanted to get Zeno there. That would have been very nice.
Nice hook placement here by Raiden as well. He has got this hook in not as central as he would have hoped, but as central as he can get to the 3-gen that's there over there by the water tower, and not too far as well from the other 2 gens that we can see on the left side of the map by main. So really good setup in terms of gen pressure here. He's going to have good coverage of all the gens that we've got on this side of the map. So it'll be interesting to see how this is going to be played around here.
Yeah, and if you look, you can see that he has them set up right by a 3-gen. You got those two, the gen right there in the middle, the one at the water tower and one at, I think, what, 6? So this is really a phenomenal setup from Raiden. He should be easily able to pressure these generators and not allow a free on-hook. So, and Pedro's getting close to the second stage now, too.
Yeah, we saw that gen in the middle of the main there, right by the hook. Did have a decent amount of progression on it. Obviously, not being able to jump on that now, with Pedro being hooked right there, we are going to see that start to decline, and it could end very well for Raiden. He's going to hopefully have a great setup for an end game here.
Yep, and yeah, I agree 100%. We'll see how invaluable Noed comes in. If he's able to camp Pedro and get this done, it could be a big difference. But he has to be careful because they are pressuring that generator right there, and if they pop that, that's going to ruin the 3-gen that he has.
Yeah, it is something I think he's got in the back of his mind there. We can see him hovering between the two, so he is aware that they are trying to put pressure onto that gen and break that 3-gen. Obviously, I would expect to see that gen in the far distance there pop in the not too far future as well, which could leave Raiden in a good position, because as I say, there is a lot of gens on this side of the map, and they are going to struggle if this 3-gen stays in. They might struggle to get enough pressure on the gens.
Yeah, and if he can get the kill on Pedro before that generator of the 3-gen pops, oh, and it looks like it's going to happen too. He's going to, yep, now he just needs to be able to get another quick down. We'll see.
Raiden did really well there to hold that 3-gen and the hook at the same time. And it'd be interesting to see what's going on here. Obviously, taking the chase by Shaq. And Raiden's not going to want to go too far from that 3-gen. So will be interesting here to see how far he is willing to chase this. Although he is pulling away to this 3rd gen.
If he can get a quick down on Zeno, this isn't bad, but he needs to be quick. If they pop that 3-gen, the game's, he's not going to be able to protect it. And Zeno doesn't have much to work with here either. I think there's a pallet right here, and then after that, Shaq, maybe. Oh, he doesn't get it, and they're going to be able to pop that gen. I'm guaranteeing it. Zeno's wasting enough time and pushing away from the gens that need to be done. This is looking bad.
Yeah, we saw the little half turn there from Raiden looking back towards the gen. He knows that they're going to be pressuring it there.
Yep, and they got it.
Yeah, that's it there. So not a great situation here now for Raiden. Obviously, he's going to want to get this down now as quickly as possible on Zeno. I think Zeno's pretty much eliminated all of the resources, and yeah, there we see the down and agitation probably going to come into play here.
Oh,
or not.
They popped the last generator. He's going to have to get a 4K here, or Elysium goes up in this set. This is do or die now. Let's see what happens.
Such a shame. Raiden started off really well, really good hook placement. But it's him doing really well to get the pressure on that back gen. Obviously, Raiden not wanting to allow them to get the unhook, wanting to camp Pedro out, which I can understand the play style and the thought process behind it. But as it's in here, it can be risky, and ultimately it's not played out in his favor.
Yeah, and what was unfortunate too is that he got a quick down on Pedro, but he had to camp the hook until death. So in this win con, that didn't help him at all. So unfortunately, Elysium looks like they're going to win the set. All they have to do is open up the door, and I would assume that is already about to happen.
Yeah, they know about the no-ed now, so I would imagine they're just going to take the 2 out here and just to cement that win in this set. Yeah, we see the door open. They're just going to go. I can't see any reason why they'd try and take the save here and get the 3 out.
All right, that's gonna tie that game to 22-22. But yeah, Elysium will be taking this, and we will be getting set up with the second game of the best of 3. I'm with TEC Slinger on Dead Dog Saloon, if I'm not mistaken. All right, here is the builds for this game, and we will be right back with the next set in just a moment. Elysium going up 1-0. Alrighty, welcome back. We are here with the second set of this best of 3. TK needs to win this if they want to go to, set 3 and try to make this a victory for their team. We saw them play Slinger yesterday against Eternal, and it was just unfortunate how well Zaka was able to play. But that was yesterday. Let's talk about today. Dr. Nightmare, with this setup that you have, you have Dead Dog Saloon. You see the perks. You see, what gens are being covered with Corrupt. What's your game plan here, and what's your thought process starting off?
So looking here straight away, I mean that Corrupt has corrupted for probably the apart from maybe main, probably the closest 3 gen we've got here going on. So if I'm Latex here, obviously I'm going to be aware of what's corrupted, and I'm going to want to try and push everyone towards the corrupted areas in the hope that we can get the hook over there and hold on to that 3 gen. But unlike we did store in the last game with Raiden, I think there's a little bit of indecisiveness there. I think this time maybe to get the hook, and rather than try and camp the hook to death, maybe just pressure the gens and keep them off those 3 gens.
And right now, Latex is chasing Silhay. It's going to be very important on how Silhay plays this to not go down quickly. Bloodlust 1 coming in. We should be seeing it down any second. Oh my goodness, what a shot there. And our first down will be coming in.
Great shot there by Latex, and it's in the area that is going to want it to be in as well. Obviously taking the Corrupt away there, but they won't have time to get on those gens. So you can hopefully hold this end of the map for a little bit. And we're choosing to hook slightly further away than what I would expect.
Yeah, and no pain res hook either, which was surprising. And another nice hit too coming in. Latex is doing a great job starting off this matchup.
Some pretty good hits here from Latex. Honestly, just sniper vision there. And almost like he's choosing to just inflict them with the deep wound at the moment, just to slow them down and obviously hopefully keep them off gens a little bit, because they're not going to be able to do anything without mending.
Now you see a little bit of different approach, right? Last game when we saw TK playing as killer, they got the hook on Pedro and then decided to camp it out. Now Latex, knowing that kind of hurt them in the last game and that they need to actually put pressure on the survivors, and still 4 stacks of pain res. And wow, bro, what a hit there. Zeno being caught off guard 100%.
That was incredible. That just that little sight through the wood there, just latching on like that. Incredible hit there from Latex, and it's shown it a couple of times already this game. The accuracy on those shots is incredible, and like you said, completely different playstyle to the last game that we just saw. But good, because they're seeing what happened in the last game. They're seeing it didn't quite go in their favor, and they're changing it up, trying something different, and hopefully already the gens are going, but they're not going as quickly as we saw in the last game, so it is working a bit better for Tecay here.
Yeah, and I agree, and only 1 stack of pain res being used too. Silhay is the one survivor that was hooked that didn't get hit with pain res, so if he's able to get a down here, respecting the pallet, but it cost him another down.
Yeah, it's good to point out, obviously choosing, I assume he's chose not to hook on the pain res hook. Obviously the agitation there meaning that Latex is probably going to have the option to go to whatever pain res hook he wants, pretty much. We see a pain res come in there, but we still have 2 left, and it makes you wonder now whether he's going to hold on to a couple of them for more towards the end game, when we've got one maybe 2 generators remaining, and he wants to just put that extra bit of pressure on the survivor team.
Yeah, 100%. And look, what do we see right there? We see in Silhay getting unhooked and Zeno going in for the people. He was the other survivor that was hit with pain res, so even if they do get him down quickly, it wouldn't matter. And Silhay getting caught again, another generator popping in the background. But still, right now, Latex is doing a fantastic job keeping the pressure on the team. And this was such a better result than yesterday when he played against Eternal.
Yeah, he's doing really well here with the pressure. Obviously, inflicting deep wound onto the survivors in the first instant as well, which just makes it really hard for them to get those resets in, because obviously having to mend first before they can then reset, just slowing them down ever so slightly. But hopefully enough just to prolong those gens. Obviously, we're down to 1 left. This is where now, ideally for Latex, we're going to see some pain res come in. and hopefully he's going to try and hold this last gen as long as he possibly can. It's quite spread out there, looking at the remaining gens.
Oh, he might have caught them. Let's see. Silhay needs to play this correctly. If he doesn't, this could be another down. No, he barely misses. Latex really needed that. Oh, no, not enough to... Yep, he makes a distance. Pedro's still on the ground, but he should be getting picked up soon. Or unless he's crawling away. We don't know yet.
Sounds like Pedro is still there, laid in the exact same place. Latex desperately trying to find Silhay here. He knows that if he can get Silhay down, it is going to be a bit of a better situation for him, but they do get the pickup on Pedro, so it's back to square one. And there we go, last gen pops, and now we're going to see if we are going to get any sort of value at all from this Noed.
Don't get me wrong, Latex did a great job. If he would have been able to get Silhay down right there and then get the hook on Pedro and then Silhay, I mean, this would be, it would have been something crazy. But still, nonetheless, a great result against a great team like this. But Latex still having Noed in the back pocket and can make something happen. He needs to be careful. And we see that Noed's right there in front of main. The door opens. Is he going to be able to catch a survivor? Oh, he got caught off on that too. That could be a big difference. It looks like Xeno's trying to get set up for the hatch play.
Yeah, that's going to be killer that for Latex, just getting stuck there. Rotating around and hoping to just catch off guard. I don't think it's going to make it in time. And they are coming around for the pickup, though, by the looks of it.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to.
Elysium here, by the looks of it, trying to go for the 4 out. Just to make that win con as hard as as high as possible for Tecay in their game here.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Silhay's going to go down. Xeno being the only one left up. It looks like he'll definitely get out, but still a great result though. Nonetheless, they played it really well, and like I said, you know, Team TK came in with a different mindset of not camping the hooks and getting that down, but still, you know, did secure at least 1 kill and what I think is gonna be as 5 stages or 4. Sorry.
Yeah, Tecay have done across the last game or the last 2 games we've seen and this game, they've done really well, and regardless of the results, they need to be proud of themselves. They've put in a very respectable display against a very good team here.
All right, now we're going to be getting set up with the second game of the second set. If Elysium is able to get a better a better result than a Team TK, then they will go up 2-0 and win this out of this best of 3. We will be right back in just a moment. Alrighty, welcome back everybody to what could be possibly the last game out of these matches of this best of 3. Xeno will be killing and going against TK Survivors. We had a 5-stage win con. It could be possible that TK can somehow, you know, pull this out and make it happen, but if not, Xeno can easily run through this and win it for his team, and they will go up 2-0 and will win this game in the setup. Dr. Nightmare, let me ask you, man, you've been in comp for a while. Like, what's your setup like if you're TK? What is your mindset coming in here, man?
Obviously, it is a really tough win con for Tecay here. And it's almost to the point where if I'm Tecay, I almost want to realize that nobody expects me to win in this situation. Just kind of go out, play how you would sort of if you're almost scrimming almost. Just no pressure, do what you know how to do it good, and just do the best you can. Obviously, gen pressure is going to be a massive one for them, and the way the gens are laid out, they've got some really good gen layout on here that isn't covered by corrupt, and we can see that they are progressing gens there. But the main thing is just going to be having survivors on gens when Xeno's in chase with other survivors, and just trying to pump these gens out as quickly as possible, like we've seen Elysium do.
Yeah, they're just going to have to play really efficient, you know, running away from the generators as soon as they hear the killer's terror radius and just trying to play as efficient as possible, and that's going to be the real goal. And we see that all these generators right here in this area from, you know, 9 side all the way up to Gallows is being pressured already.
And sometimes we do see, like, when you realize that you've got no pressure on you, nobody expects you to get the win, and the win con hard like this, and
It looked like he lost him for a second.
Yeah. But like I said, like when you've got no pressure on you, sometimes you can have the game of your life. Like you can play almost flawlessly just because you're relaxed. And it'll be interesting to see how Tecay do here, because like I said, realistically, looking at this win con, they probably realise nobody would expect them to win. So if they can take that pressure off themselves, then who knows? Maybe we can see a shock surprise here.
Yeah, and it would be cool to see instead of it being a 2-0 sweep, but it couldn't happen. A lot of pressure on the gens have already been taken away with the eruption and pain res. So unfortunate for Team TK. Sponge going to be getting tunneled out right now. He needs to be careful. Playing it okay. So far, it looks like Zeno was trying to get him to bite towards the window so he could get a free hit, but it doesn't quite happen, as now Raiden's going to be taking the chase, trying to go towards cold tower side. Or water tower side, my bad. We're talking about a whole different map here. Raiden does get M1'd. Let's see how he continues getting the chase on.
Yeah, Sponge has done really well there to obviously slip Zeno around Shaq and get away. Obviously, attention taken over to Raiden. We are gonna probably see another pain red stack here, which is probably gonna hurt him a little bit slow on that flashlight save attempt there that come in. But Tecay here, it's a difficult situation for them, but I'm sure they're going to do everything they can to get the best result as they can. They've played really well so far, and I wouldn't expect them to change that now in this game.
Yeah, it looked like Zito was really trying to get that hit on the Nancy there, a very risky hit. Oh, look, Nancy just holding that corner all so well. That was really nice.
And Nancy doing really well here, just wasting a little bit of time. Obviously, the more time that Zeno is here on Nancy, I know we've got Raiden on the hook, but it's whether Tecay are going to see this out. They do go for the pole, and I imagine that originally the Kate there is on a gen, pushing another gen, trying to get that gen pressure on down. And Zeno doing really well to keep the pressure up. Obviously, all survivors here now injured. It's a tough situation for Tecay. They could spiral so easily.
Yeah, and it's only 3 more hook states for Zeno to tie it up, and if they tie it, and let's say like TK does have a phenomenal game and somehow ties it, they still lose because it goes to the first set. But right now, oh, TK.
Oh.
They better be careful here. Okay, Zeno did run into the wall. That's exactly what Nancy wanted. She's lucky that happened too. Yeah,
Nancy getting away by the skin of her teeth there. Honestly, living on borrowed time right now, although may have managed to slip Zeno here. Oh, we do hear her off to the left, but Zeno's changed up his options. He's going to go in here on Raiden. No, we know Raiden will be a second hook, and the eruption coming in on the gen there.
Yeah, another eruption. Just so much pressure. Like, they had a lot of pressure on the generators, right? And they were getting some, like, progression, but, dude, all these perks that Zeno has is just stopping them from getting anything. Only 1 gen is popped, and we have all survivors injured, and Raiden's on the floor right now. This is not good for Team TK.
Yeah, obviously we're seeing here, Xena's opted to omit the no-ed in favor for eruption, and I think it's really paying off for him at the moment. It's really slowing these gens down for Tecay, making it very difficult for them to sustain the pressure, although they've just popped 2 off.
Curse, yeah.
Yeah. Tecay are doing really well, and Nancy here is doing incredible just to keep Xena's attention. Obviously the other 3 hopefully can be off. It'll be interesting. Great hit by Zeno. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe a gen doubled. Obviously getting the resets here as well.
Hey, that was a very good job from them, though, to get the pressure back onto Zeno. Like, now, we only got 3 hooks. It is 3 fresh hooks, but still, nonetheless, the TK coming back and making it happen a little bit more than what we saw just a few moments ago.
Yeah, 100%. Nancy's done really well there just to keep Zeno completely away from where the others were on the gens, buying them some time just to get that gen pressure back up to where they want to be. As a very good hit yet again from Zeno.
Yep, Sponge taking the hit there. We do have 2 survivors fully healed up. They can still make it happen. We got 2 gens left. It just really depends on how much pressure they have. As we see the on-hook coming in and the chase being taken at main with Sponge. He's playing it just right, knowing exactly how to loop it, but needs to be careful as Zeno comes in through the bottom side and catches him off guard there. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Sponge really needed to make that chase last long, and Zeno was able to catch him with, lacking, and unfortunate. That's a quick down there.
Yeah, it's really a 50-50 situation there. And unfortunately for Sponge, losing it. Not an easy one, though. Either way, it was going to be a risk. Did he double back or continue forward? Obviously, opted to continue forward, which maybe was hoping Zeno wouldn't have expected. But unfortunately, didn't pay off. Oh, we do see a gen about to pop there, though.
Oh, looks like the body block's coming in.
Coming in, yeah. Raiden doing really well with the body block. And to be fair, Tecay are doing really well here.
Yeah, they are. I agree, 100%.
Raiden now just taking the attention away, allowing his teammates to make some distance and hopefully, yeah, get the resets in. So unfortunate there for Raiden.
Wait a second, it looks like Nancy might be getting set up for the... Not quite enough.
Just not good enough an angle. Oh. Unfortunately, just mistimed on the pallet play there.
Yeah, barely.
But down to 1 gen, and I mean, if Nancy managed to hold onto Zeno on this side of the map for a decent amount of time, then Tecay should be able to get that gen in the over on the far left that we see there, get a decent amount of progress on it, and hopefully even pop it. Oh no.
They're gonna have to pop that very quickly now because this is not looking good. The win con, I think, has already been met. Like the tie, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got 5 hook states, so this right here should secure them the win. And basement nonetheless either. Oh man.
Oh dear. It's a shame. Tecay have done really, really well. Obviously, Zeno had so much pressure at the start. They've done really well to flip that pressure as much as they possibly can, and honestly brought it to a situation where it looked like they may have even been able to dig themselves out.
And look at that, they do get the unhook, and Sponge does get the generator done.
And getting the pallet down just in time, although it is going to get down. That's unfortunate for Raiden there.
Almost meeting the win con too. Like, what a very great game, but just unfortunately couldn't quite get it on Zeno.
Honestly, Tecay should be very, very happy with themselves. Like,
yeah, for sure, I agree. Phenomenal game, nonetheless, 100%.
The games that we've seen, very, very respectable from Tecay, obviously, up against a very good team in Elysium, and doing an incredible job to, especially in this game, not make the job easy at all for Elysium.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was a hard-fought match. It wasn't a one-sided affair. And TK just showing how good they were. They did a great job, too, against Eternal yesterday, playing against these top teams, and performing, pretty well, too. Like, it's not, like I said, it's not a one-sided affair at all.
No, they've done incredibly well. And it's never easy going against these top teams, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, never easy going against these top teams. But yeah, Tecay have done very, very well, and they've made a very good display of themselves, and they should be very, very proud.
Well, he was able to get that. And that's the fresh hook survivor too, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it is, yeah. Oh, Nancy's still hanging around.
Oh, looks like it's gonna be a 4K here.
Great play by Zeno, as we see often from him. But let's say Tecay made him work for this, and probably wouldn't be as easy as the